You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.
Yo, welcome back. Another episode, Coolin' Out.
Kev.
It's Rel. We got our good
what's
friend, Sebastian.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Long overdue.
Long overdue.
Thank you so much,
About
fellas.
2.5 years late, but it's cool.
Yeah. Better late than
Got
never.
a couple of those. Oh, we should definitely. I'll definitely schedule it. Yeah, we should do it. And then,
You know, things just happen. People get busy.
yeah, 2.5 years. It's cool. We glad you're here now.
Yeah.
Well, thank you from the bottom of my heart for having me. Seriously,
Of course.
I really
I'm
am.
getting emotional.
I'm fighting back tears.
Giving
as you
that
can tell.
Grammy speech.
Yeah, don't get no tears on your suit.
Magic Johnson. Oh, man. What's up, man? How you
doing?
been?
Good. No, really, everything's been really good. It's been super busy at work and shit, but now I'm just really the last week I've been just meditating every morning, like waking up, cold showers, like going right after. You ever take a cold shower in the morning?
No, I don't do that.
Nah, I've heard about
I'm
those.
saying try this shit. It's gonna change your fucking life.
I did when I was a child and I was poor.
Well, start doing it again. I'm saying
I
literally.
don't put myself through that.
You
again.
step out of this shit. Remember when you're a kid and you go to the beach and you're scared to jump in the water because it's mad cold and you don't want to go in?
Yeah.
Imagine doing that every morning.
Yeah, beach house.
It literally it wakes you up better than a cup of coffee. It you step out of that shower and your body's just sizzling with energy. It's insane.
Why are you torturing yourself?
I don't consider it torturing.
He said, watch your mouth.
I consider it's part of the meditation. It's part of getting it really. You know what it does, and before I go too deep into it, you know what it really does? It gets you out of your head because you can't think about bullshit when you're in a cold fucking shower. Literally you have this cold water raining down you. You're just fuck, this sucks. You can't sit there and think about, oh man, I gotta fucking send that report in today to so and so. I forgot to do that shit. It gets you out of your head, and that's so important in the morning. The first hour of your morning, that shit is so important because it dictates the rest of your day. So.
As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, we got a king because I'm not doing that. I meditate, but
I'm telling you, Magic woke up the other day. He took that cold shower. He said, nope,
that.
I'm done with this shit.
I put my toe in the water first, see how it's doing.
I do what Magic do. I just pray on it. Pray on it.
Yeah.
Salute you, though, bro.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, thank you for kicking with us. Before you
Thank you again.
you
Thank
lounging
for
in
having
the
me.
sun, I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let's
for
get
sure.
right into it, man. 'Cause I don't even know where to start. So much happened yesterday.
We gotta start.
We gotta talk about Magic. Come on.
Urban
start
man.
with the tragic man. Bro, first of
Tragic Johnson.
first of all,
I don't know where this.
I've never seen anyone resign like this.
Impromptu.
Just
Impromptu.
gathering the media people together. Ah, man, come here, guys. So suppose the media guys, everyone there was just there for player interviews or whatever,
No media scrum.
before the game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I guess y'all here.
Look, I'm just gonna say it just to throw the conspiracy theory out there, but I think LeBron had something to do with it. I really do. I honestly do. As Jarrell reaches for the milk tea, but I really honestly think LeBron had something to do with this. And I know he's going around saying I had no clue. Sorry, I don't believe it one bit.
Some
I
of
don't believe
Planet
it one
Earth's most best source of LA Lakers, they said he was shocked.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
You see the clip of LeBron leaving the Staples Center, and media is trying to it's a quick 6-second clip, and media's trying to stop him to ask him questions, and he's just no question. He looked distraught.
He's the only player that
He
didn't
looked
have an exit
he looked like he
interview
was
today.
blindsided.
Yeah, they said he was backstory from everything I've been reading.
Yeah.
Is that he met up with LeBron and Rich Paul over the weekend for a long meeting.
Saturday to be exact.
Saturday, and then Monday or Tuesday.
3 hours.
Oh no, yesterday was Tuesday. I'm bugging. So Monday he met up with Jeannie Buss for 3 hours. 3 hours. Imagine what they talked about, the future and all that. Mm-hmm. Never once came up that maybe my heart's not really in.
But just the way he did it too. I mean, this is I don't know.
That's
Look, if Jarrell and I we meet up with Ant on Saturday. Then we meet up again on Monday to discuss the pod.
the future.
And then I just sent an Instagram post out you know what, this ain't really for me anymore.
My heart ain't in it. And I gotta find out from someone else. Yo, you see what Kev put on IG was good.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. LeBron had something to do with it. I'll put my bottom dollar on it, honestly, and it's being recorded. Me saying this
Why
right
you
now.
putting Bron out like
They throwing a lot
Because
on Braun this
I'm
season.
sorry. Look, I'm just gonna say it, but I think he's a cancer to teams. I really do.
Chill.
And you said you meditate. This is the energy you bring.
I do. No,
I didn't know about this.
Kev, I'm serious. I'm not bullshitting. I think he is. I think what happened in the middle of the season when they were ready to ship off in their entire team for AD,
As they should have. Is that
right? But what does that do to your team when the trade doesn't go through? There was a very clear reason why they didn't make the
makes
playoffs.
it's not a risk worth taking?
No, I don't think it was.
I don't know what it does to your team. It should put everyone in their place and let them realize that y'all all are not as good as Anthony Davis.
No, right, absolutely. But
How good is
then
Anthony
you're
Davis
definitely selling out the rest of the season. Like the second half of the season. I mean, let's be honest. Those guys, they knew their heads were on the chopping block.
Anthony
don't know
Davis is
about-
a top what player in the league?
He's a
to you?
top 5 player.
And it's not worth trying to acquire that top 5 player.
I would have waited to the end of the season.
How old is LeBron?
He's 36, right?
Damn, chill. He 34.
34. My bad.
Damn, that's the vibe we on.
Called him Dusty.
Look, I think he could have waited to the end of the season, and and not to mention the way Bron was playing in the second half of the season. Like we all know, he wasn't trying either. Let's
Still 28-8.
right.
Let
but-
the record show.
You got to try for that. 28, 8, and 8.
Oh, you one of those? He just rolls out of bed because it's LeBron.
I'm just gonna say I'm gonna go with Pat Standing on that one
Wow. Okay, why? What's his motivation?
to pad his stats. So he
No.
does.
I thought you said that he's the one that's responsible for Magic quitting impromptu.
Why did he want to get Magic on?
Did he like place a call and said, "Magic, you have to do this now"? Or-
He was probably upset about the whole AD thing not going through. He's
Okay, so what prompts Magic to then meet up in front of the media? LeBron threatened what? Bodily harm? You got blackmail on Magic?
I think so.
What? How does he get a near billionaire mogul to embarrass himself like that? You know, let's get.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I think the audience knows like some of the things he was saying. They said he rambled for like 40, 45 minutes. That's not a fair?
Who, Magic?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't know what he said.
Oh. What? He rambled for 40, 45 minutes. Some of the highlights is that he can't do this anymore because he can't tweet. He can't tweet players.
He can't be Magic.
He referenced, Russell Westbrook. He wanted to tweet him congrats. He said he
couldn't do that. He wanted to train with Ben Simmons in the offseason. Couldn't do that.
Be you, king.
Honestly, I really think that it came down to the fact that having LeBron as a player of your organization, that's not easy. Like he didn't want to deal with that.
So hold on.
He didn't want to deal with that.
So last summer, if everything that all the well source plugged in people say, he in LeBron driveway for hours waiting for midnight, and then he meets with him for a couple more hours to convince him to sign.
Just because he ain't want him to sign. All that wasted time and energy.
Well, I mean, honestly, like what do you guys think? Like, what do you think the reason was then?
He saw the. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, I think he just saw the writing on the wall. I don't think he was going to be able to acquire another free agent. I don't, regardless of whether this happened or not, I've always been one of the people that not always, recently, that I don't think a free agent's going to sign with the Lakers.
Not the marquee
Even with
one.
LeBron
Yeah,
James.
not any of the not the KDs, the Kawhis,
The K's.
any of the Ks. Yeah, none of them are going to sign with the Lakers, and I think that Magic saw that, and I think Magic's not used to being scrutinized the way he's been scrutinized.
Well, why don't those players want to sign with the Lakers though?
Because it's LeBron's team. First, listen. If I'll use Kevin Durant as an example, right?
Yep.
If I'm Kevin Durant, in my natural mind state, I'm better than LeBron James.
And he said the environment around LeBron was
yeah,
toxic.
but I'm saying, but if I'm Kevin Durant, right, or anyone, even if I'm Kawhi Leonard, I think I'm better than LeBron James.
Tuh.
But I'm saying you should think that
Right,
if you're
exactly.
that caliber. So why would you want to go and play underneath someone?
Right. So it goes back to what I was saying before, that LeBron's a cancer to the team.
Because
Doesn't
people
make him a cancer.
Because people think they're better than so. Wait, so because players think they're better than him,
and they don't want to live in his spotlight, that makes him a cancer.
that makes the face of the league
Look, I don't look at him as the face of the league anymore.
Who
Who?
is?
I think Giannis is obviously up and coming, and I really you see this guy play.
Bro,
Like
what
he's
these ratings been looking like?
They
I'm not
they
making-
bleak. They
Ratings
low.
dipping.
who?
the NBA ratings have been dipping because LeBron's not going to be in the playoffs and he hasn't been playing.
And
No,
every
that
this postseason, I'm gonna text you.
I don't want anything to get mixed up. I'm absolutely upset that LeBron's not in the postseason.
LeBron is the face of the league.
I absolutely wanted to see him play against Steph if they, were to get to that point. Absolutely, like everyone loves that rivalry. Let's be honest. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
after last year's finals, no.
horror movies.
Not this year. Yeah, I know the end of the already. But go ahead. That's foreshadowing. But keep going.
I'm just saying, like, absolutely, I would have loved to have seen him in the playoffs, and I do think he's definitely one of the biggest faces in the league. I just don't know, like, if he has that same hold as he used to especially now that he's not in the playoffs anymore. Like, I mean, that's a huge thing. That's not like I would have thought, this was my thoughts from the beginning of the season, where this man is, no matter how shitty this team is, he took that Cavs team to the finals last year. This man is capable of amazing things, and then in the second half of the season, it just completely and utterly fell apart. To me, like, that really took a hit to his legacy. And I know,
well, he got hurt, and then all sources say that he rushed back, so he wasn't even like fully healthy. Like, what did you expect him to do?
I still expected more, though. I mean, if he was really that hurt, then he shouldn't have been playing at all.
And this team was not constructed like any other normal LeBron team is normally constructed. No 3-point shooters at all. The best 3-point shooter on that team was Josh Hart.
Josh Hart, sorry. Yes.
And he's not considered to be a 3-point shooter. He's decent. He's not a Cal Korver or the likes of those players where LeBron is like the main facilitator and surrounded by 3 to 4 shooters.
Right, I agree with that, but what I'm saying is, like,
That's Magic's fault.
No, well,
LeBron the GM too, right? Had the gun at Magic. Boy,
if you don't sign Michael Beasley.
It's a sick ass sentence.
Michael Beasley, Lance Stevenson. But over the summer when they were doing these signings, me and Kevin, we talked about.
But guys, can we reiterate the team he was playing with the Cavs like last year with no Kevin Love? Who did he have on that team? Like,
well, Kevin Love was there.
Shooters.
Kevin Love
J.R.
was there.
Smith, Cal Korver.
And he played 82 games versus these 55.
Yeah, George Hill is a decent 3-point shooter. You got people that can actually space the floor and spread out. So when LeBron does want to drive, he has the freedom to drive. But then also if he drives, the defense collapses in. He kicks the ball out.
Also, let the record show that on the night of December 25th, 2018,
they were in fourth place.
They were in fourth place.
And then what happened?
LeBron got in.
He wasn't playing. You want him to coach now too? He got injured.
Nah, he want to tear the groin right on the bone.
No, absolutely. No, he got injured. Absolutely, he got injured.
He was out for 18 games?
Yes, yeah, around that.
In that span, I think how many games did they win in that span?
Pretty sure they broke even.
No, they didn't.
Hell!
No, Skip Bayless. No, they did not.
Yo.
I'm so glad you're here. What? Skip, no, they did not.
No, they did not break even.
They won like 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, they won like 6 or 7, bro.
Regardless, and LeBron comes back, right? Mm-hmm. And what happened then? Same shit.
God. It's hot in here.
Nothing. It is very hot in here. Like, seriously, I gotta take this blazer off. Holy shit.
But LeBron gets back. He comes back prematurely. He's still injured. He's putting up his numbers, but I mean, I'm not gonna say like he was, putting up.
He wasn't the same player.
He wasn't the same. You could tell
absolutely
he didn't have the same lift. Like, he was getting his shit blocked all over the place. Everyone was blocking his shot.
No, his defense was non-existent, right?
The defense been non-existent for the past 2 seasons.
I ain't gonna argue that.
I'm tired of everyone acting like this is the first season he stopped playing defense. Mm-hmm. Last year,
that man's been on them nipples. Just
yeah. They got an ecstasy fetish. He just said, "Stay on his nipples." It's like his hair just inside his jersey. That's all he does now on defense. Last year people were saying he was playing like that one man zone defense.
That's just him now.
So the defense, I mean, it got exploited when Kuzma pushed him.
Yeah,
that was a different.
That
level.
was one of the funniest things I saw the whole season. By the way, I just want to point that out.
Pushed Braun across the court.
He pushed him to play defense.
That's your man.
Kuzma was helping him with his chain the other day. See, they all good. Lonzo Palmer, big brother today in the exit interviews. This cancer.
You ain't got no choice.
I know.
Well,
Braun is their futures are all in LeBron's hands.
Well, aside from LeBron, though, I mean,
me.
I think like we have the playoffs coming up. Like, let's not talk about like things of the past.
Done with
you know?
Magic.
No, we can't move on yet. Give me
Magic
one
gave
second.
us gems.
Because listen, first of all,
Magic gave us a lot of gems.
Well, what do you think? What do you think MJ's reaction is going to be to this? Michael Jordan.
He ain't give Kemba a good teammate yet. He shouldn't have a
yeah,
reaction.
he gonna be quiet.
We don't care about
He
you.
gonna just.
Jeffrey, no.
Yeah, as an owner, you Jeffrey
Yeah.
for sure. Jeffrey. But yeah, Magic just. I don't think this is something that like he's ever gonna be able to live down. Like it was
He is the genie what LeVar is to Lonzo. Like, I better not see you on the premises.
Yo, first of all, he didn't give anyone a heads up. No one. That's like literally like I going
to work tomorrow. And you're just handing her.
And like I quit on TV. I don't even tell my boss I'm quitting. That's literally what he did.
Reporters repeatedly asking. So you're saying Genie doesn't know, and he keeps saying yes, and they keep asking. That's how shocking.
He
this
said
was.
the reason why he didn't tell Jeannie
He loved her.
is because he loves her
Like a sister.
and they would have cried together for hours, and then he would have felt bad, and then he would have went back to work.
So he did it like a G. That's how he do it instead.
And then he said she has to. She will respect that.
Remember when they asked about Rob? He said, "I don't know. That's her organization."
Yo, he got some smoke with Rob Pelinka.
Apparently, they entered like the arena together, and they were greeting people and everything. Him and Rob. That day, yes.
Yesterday, last night.
Yes.
Wow, Magic is
Like
really,
everyone was shocked. Well, he said himself he woke up and prayed on it.
This nigga Magic got a career in Hollywood.
So what's next for him then? What do you think?
Go back to doing his business.
Business. He a
He's a
Dodgers owner
conglomerate.
too. Among like
Movie theater, Starbucks. He owned part of the Dodgers.
well, you saw he said he felt bad. He didn't want to
Who said that?
have to make decisions about people's jobs. Talking about
He
Luke.
lying. He lying. He fired people for a living.
Luke lost his job like midway through the season. Come on, like that was.
Nah, he said he
Luke
said
won.
he didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Like, and he said he loved Luke and he didn't want to be put in that position. So it's best if he just leaves. What? You think Magic Johnson's never fired anyone in his life?
Yeah, that's just not something that someone at that level in that position like they've done that shit before and. Like,
maybe he has people that work for him that fire people for him.
Oh, but now
That's
he in
true,
the hot
because
seat.
he's high.
Well, he should have told Rob to do it. He is the president. Just tell your GM to do it. Oh, he didn't want to on his
Nah,
contract?
but the way Rob was snitching, Rob would have been in the office in the meeting with Luke. Like, Luke, I love you. I ain't want to do this, but Magic made me do this. The way
Irvin.
the way Rob giving it up, he would have threw Magic right under the bus. You know how Irvin get, man. He the one that really wanted you to go. Me and Jeannie, we love you. It'd have been an ESPN blast article to start the season next year. Yeah, man. I don't know.
He said they're a family, and if Jeannie need anything, he's there for her. I think he even offered to be in meetings this summer.
For what?
He's sick.
I don't want to be here, but I'll come meet and try to convince a free agent to come be here.
Irvin, you won't be in the Staples Center for a very,
Yo,
very, very long time.
He is tripping.
You saw the tweet Jeannie Buss put out?
What'd she say?
I love you. It was a pleasure working with you. Heart emojis. I've never seen so much hate in one tweet.
What else she gonna say?
I already know behind the scenes though.
Oh, she got the gun. She got the pistol. She cleaning it
It
right
be on
now.
TMZ.
You want to catch her sitting outside Magic House midnight? I mean, what else is she supposed to say?
She may be making untraceable calls.
Yo, that's the crazy thing. I can imagine being in that position, like where you're that high up, to where even if something really bothers you and really affects you, you have to act like
you
it
have
doesn't.
to for public, yeah.
Oh, love you, hearts and all that,
Is it the worst thing for the Lakers though?
huh?
Is it the worst thing?
It ain't the
I
best
mean,
thing.
the worst thing already happened to them. They didn't make the playoffs, so.
I think this adds on to like the negative light that surrounds them.
That's true.
Like, because it was already gonna be difficult for them to get a marquee free agent to begin with. Now Magic Johnson, which was supposed to be one of the draws, so why free agents were supposed to want to come. Now he's saying he just can't do it. That's essentially what he said. I just can't do this. I can't beat myself. I can't do this. So imagine how a potential free agent's gonna look at that.
He hate the negativity.
Oh, the backstabbing. That's what he said. I don't like the backstabbing. All that stuff's unnecessary.
Oh, there's another thing. Apparently, there's and he denied prematurely misconduct claims at work. So now today they're saying ESPN may or may not have been working on a report.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
LeBron did all this, huh?
He's behind it. I'm telling you. Hey, this is being recorded. I'll put it on the record.
All right. We'll see. I don't know about that.
Stand by it.
I just think overall, if Magic, they said he wasn't really doing the job well. So
I think he saw that he wasn't gonna be able to, because this was the summer that he said, if I don't, create a good team, then essentially you guys can hold me responsible. This was the summer.
Yeah.
2 summers in, beloved.
Not even.
Right before he got to that finish line, he said, "Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You ain't about to be critiquing me."
If I'm LeBron Genie, you can't call me. You talk to Rich and you talk to Rob. You don't talk to me. It'll be a long time before you hear from me.
Then we got last night in the NBA was like comical. Some of the comments people like, so AD, Anthony Davis, walks in. So he was one speculation about the big, potential trade to LA to the Lakers. He's been saying he wants to get out of New Orleans. So last night is the last game in New Orleans. He walks in with like a Looney Tunes shirt that says "That's all, folks," like the Bugs Bunny, and like basically throwing it in like the fans' face in New Orleans. That like this is his last time they're ever going to see him in New Orleans.
Well, that's not true.
That's how you would read it.
That's how one would read it.
That's how I read it when I saw it immediately.
So then they ask him about it.
And what does he say?
He says he doesn't control what clothes he puts on. He woke up and this outfit was laid out on his bed for him.
This shit is so petty. I'm sorry.
So he put it on and wore it to the arena.
This shit has been so petty. Like you saw earlier, he also gave the middle finger to like a fan when he was leaving. Like I get it. There's bad.
We don't know what that fan was saying.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah, they giving it up late.
But regardless, like I mean, the way he's handled this whole situation has not been ideal. Like it clearly, like first of all, I would have never voiced that midway through the season. I would have waited to the end of the season because you don't need to create that energy in the locker room. I think as a respect to your teammates, like.
Well, apparently he told them on the low at the beginning of the season.
The off season before the season started, he told them. And they thought that they said that because he was acting so, he was in such good spirits around his teammates during the beginning of the season.
I'm getting out of here.
They assumed that he would just forget about his trade request.
Yeah.
And then he had to remind them, like, no, I still want to be traded. And then that's why they did it publicly.
Put the pressure on.
Right. Regardless, I still would have waited, though. I would not have even said anything to my teammates beginning of the season.
When you saw that he switched his agency to Clutch and signed with Rich Paul, what did you think that meant?
What do I think that meant?
Yeah, when you saw that.
I mean, like...
Why would a max play? It's not like you're going to negotiate a contract.
Yeah, you getting the max no matter where he goes.
Why would you sign with LeBron's... the agency LeBron signed to?
It's a good question. Honestly, I have no clue.
No clue? Okay.
No clue.
All right.
No clue. I think he's going to wind up, I think he'll wind up playing with LeBron. I really do. I think that they want to play together. I really do. I think they want to play together. I think they will. Mm-hmm. But I still wouldn't have did what he did during the season.
Weird tandem. LeBron's gonna be 35. Anthony Davis is what, 25?
Damn, yeah.
He's still young. He's still very young. Oh, he has the peak of his career still ahead of him. Like, and obviously this year was not a good indicator, but.
For who? He played well in the games he played.
Look at them numbers.
No, I know, but like the second half of the season, he wasn't playing. He wasn't getting full minutes. Like
they shut him down.
They didn't want to hurt his trade value.
You would want to waste your prime again?
Look, this is just me personally. I'm just saying I'm playing. If I'm 25 years old, I'm playing ball. I don't give a shit whether I'm gonna like hurt myself. Like I'm playing ball. Like that's what I was born to do. Like I completely understand. Like all right, fine. You need to protect the same way like Zion should not play another year in the NCAA. Like I was born to play ball. That's what I'm gonna do.
So you gonna all right. So if you're going out every night and putting up like 38 and 13 and 6 blocks and 5 assists and 1 steal and losing by 10 season after season now. This is your 6th season, I think, 6, 7. and you've seen all your peers, you think you're the best player in the game, but you can't even make the playoffs.
No, I think he should
just
get
play it out.
No, he should get traded. But I just didn't think that the way that this season went was ideal.
Well, how would he go about it then? I'm not just going to trade you.
Yeah, they're not capitulating to his trade request. So
I got one of the best assets in the league. How do I get out of there then?
No,
If I'm the organization, I'm not going to trade you. So what would you do? You would just stay and play?
No, I would ask to be traded, but I would still play out the rest of the season.
That wasn't his choice.
But they shut him down. He didn't ask to be shut down. They shut him down. The NBA had to actually step in and like threaten to fine the Pelicans because they weren't going to play him at all. He had to he had to play a minimum of 25 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Before the NBA was going to sue the Pelicans $100,000 for every game that they didn't play him 25 minutes. He tried. That's why Dell Demps lost his job.
See, you were owner, Sebastian. Okay.
But then also, you be calling me Republican
right. I'm sorry.
Republican Seabass. I see you. But then also the way the Pelicans are run is also very interesting. All right. So I think it's Gail Benson. She also owns the Saints, and that family is more focused on the football side of things than the basketball side of things. They have the same business people that run the Saints run the Pelicans as well. They share the same medical staff. That's unheard of. For your football team and your basketball team to share the exact same medical staff, that's also cheap as hell.
What do you think it is? Good business, right?
I wouldn't want to be a part of that.
Actually, I don't see the problem yet.
No comment.
Okay, so how do you see this Anthony Davis thing playing out?
What, like him
This
getting
summer,
traded?
Do you think he gets traded? Do you?
Well, definitely. He's definitely not playing for the Pelicans.
Where does he go?
It's tough. I still think he goes to the Lakers. I think there's a high chance that him and LeBron are still talking, and he really does want to play with him. I mean,
Why would I do that if I'm the organization?
If you're the Pelicans?
Yeah, why send you where you want to go?
It's a good point. Where else could he end up? Where do you think he'll end up?
He can go to not Boston because it depends on what Kyrie does. The Knicks. Kyrie finicky.
You know Kyrie leaving.
Yeah, he can go to the Knicks.
Yeah.
He can come to the Knicks if the Knicks get the first overall pick.
Yeah, crossing my fingers for that.
Dangle that in front of New Orleans. Let them get Zion. We sign KD, Kyrie, and have AD. I might watch. I can't go to a game.
Yeah,
I must say I can't afford that. I would just watch it on MSG.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, probably the Knicks. Then again, I don't really know because when like Kawhi got traded, no one thought that the Raptors would be willing to trade DeMar DeRozan away. So it's like you don't really know until like the summertime comes, and then you're gonna start seeing a lot of teams that like have like low level all stars, and they'd be willing to part with them. If you have the opportunity to sign Anthony Davis for 1 year and hope.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a team that has like a low level all star.
Hornets. They got Kemba.
Kemba's a free agent.
Oh.
Someone like a Victor Oladipo, like somewhere in like that cusp of like a.
You like that? He's injured right now, so you like that trick.
Oh, he's injured. Fuck.
Yeah, he is.
Now you give him up.
But someone in that like category of like barely making the all-star team, I can see them like being like, all right, well, we gotta get something back.
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting.
I think.
Could be a good GM, man. That's what I do.
I still think LeBron's pulling the strings behind the scenes.
You won't let this shit go.
Have you always hated him?
I like LeBron. I just think that
Oh, you one of those friends.
I like LeBron. I will never ever argue that he's one of the greatest players of all time.
How great is he?
Wait, you will never argue that he is?
I will never argue that he's not one of the greatest
that he's
players.
not. Okay.
How great is
I don't want to
Bono?
get kicked off the show.
No. I mean, they shut this whole shit down. Cut the lights off. All right, we good.
I'm ripping the TV out. How great is one?
I don't think he's better than MJ. Obviously,
like top 5 all time.
Top 5.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's better than MJ though.
All right.
Who's better than him outside of MJ if he's top 5?
Who's better than him outside? I would take Shaq. Shaq just the dominant, and I know it's pound for pound. It's hard to compare them because they're two different players, but I just think the dominance that Shaquille O'Neal had in the low post was I mean, it speaks for itself. I don't have to go anywhere with that. And then after that I would. It's tough. I would have to really think about it, but LeBron definitely 3. I would, unless I can think of something else like. But definitely, I would put. I know Kobe's gonna come out there. I don't think he's better than. I don't think Kobe's better than LeBron.
You knew Kobe was gonna come out from where? Is he hiding in here from who? I don't think Jarrell. I didn't even think that. Kobe.
But yeah,
Didn't even cross my mind.
What is he gonna come out from where?
Shaq
It's
Diesel.
Punk.
Shaq definitely. Shaq, the dominance that man. That
All right, we'll agree to disagree.
yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of greats, before we get to the playoffs,
Yeah, we got two
all-time
two
greats.
all-time greats retired yesterday. We got Dirk and Dwyane Wade.
Threw up 30 apiece last night in their last game.
Beautiful thing.
Wasn't for
Absolutely beautiful.
Magic crying, there'd be more hype about
Why
it.
was Dirk acting like he wasn't gonna retire all season?
I don't know, but they kind of forced it on
Yeah,
him. People were like-
D Wade had like the goodbye tour the whole
D
season.
Wade had the farewell tour.
Yeah.
and everyone just assumed. He never really said he was, even though he should have.
Yeah.
Imagine he comes back.
Dirk.
He's
Yeah,
like,
we
"Okay,
saw
listen."
him, but we saw him struggling to get up the court,
Mummified Dirk.
looking like Bambi, trying to get up and down the court. We saw him struggling. I was like, yeah, he can't make it.
No
up.
lift.
Yeah.
Well, he never really had lift to begin with. But once they got like Porzingis, I was like, all right, well, this is like KP and Luka going forward. Like they can't just have
Yeah.
Dirk around and like trying to force him into your rotation, trying to force feed him minutes.
Yeah. It was. No, he's not coming back though.
I feel bad for KP now though.
Why?
I don't
Because
know.
he's gonna live in like Dirk's shadow now, like that 7-foot white guy.
I thought he retired.
I'm saying you come right, yeah, but you, same thing where
I
like,
thought KP retired. He gonna play again?
oh, it's almost like the same concept of like when LaMarcus Aldridge was supposed to take over for Tim Duncan.
Ah,
And-
well.
I know, but we knew it wasn't going to compete. But compare. But that first season was
said
just
that?
like, I'm sure San Antonio fans were like, oh, okay, this is a bigger drop off than we expected.
Well, I would have talked to him. I could have prepared them for that.
What, LA?
Yeah.
But both Hall of Famers.
First ballot.
Yeah.
Who had who's better all time?
Between who?
Dirk and Wade.
Ooh.
I gotta go D Wade on that one. I mean, Dirk had that finals against LeBron. Obviously, that's
And
one of the
Dwyane
highlight-
Wade.
And Dwyane Wade.
That was a good run. Even in the playoffs, though, that he did have that embarrassing one. But he is the MVP.
Yeah.
Dirk.
So yeah, Dirk, MVP, Finals MVP,
14-time All-Star.
crazy run for that
Sixth
one
in
ring.
scoring all time.
Multiple All NBAs. He went through Kobe's Lakers.
On
He
the
went
fit-
through OKC.
Had a 50-40-90 season.
Then went through the Heat for that ring. That ring run was very impressive. Broke my heart to see.
I don't know if I could say Dirk's better than D Wade though.
I don't know either. At their best, I'd take Wade, but Wade wasn't at his best for as long as Dirk was.
That's true. But Dirk also was a shooter, so for Dirk to be that big, he only averaged 7 rebounds, which is scary.
Yeah. I'm falling up.
They don't like to get down there and beg. They be like, you got it.
Finesse, they say.
That's a good question.
The best power forward, it's like Duncan. Then who? Then Dirk? Who am I missing?
KG.
Put him out there.
Ooh. Yeah, he was a better all-around player. He's not as
Don't sleep on Kevin now.
no, he was, yeah.
Yeah, he was a better all-around player, defender, all that stuff.
Yeah, when he taking it, yeah, that's true. There's no really after that.
Nah, you got like the Charles Barkleys of the world.
There-
No, I'm saying you have those Charles Barkleys of the world.
I don't want to be that guy, but
I like he
there's
had a Hall of
levels.
Famer.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying he better than Dirk. I'm just saying then after that you have the Charles Barkleys of the
Do you
world.
agree with this?
No.
Please,
No, I honestly no, because I was sitting here thinking like I'm just racking my head for all like the best power forwards of all time, and it was just like I couldn't. It was just drawing a blank. But like definitely Dirk, obviously he's got to be up there. But the Charles,
We tripping. We say Tim Duncan.
I said Duncan first.
Oh, all right.
Of
We got the
course.
Chris Webbers of the world. He was dominant for his little stretch.
I didn't
in
say a
Sacramento.
word.
Nah, it's all
I didn't
over
say
the-
a word, King.
I'm not saying he's better than Dirk. I'm just naming like
Old time powerful, of course.
good power forwards.
Name them.
Damn, why is it such a struggle to name a power
I know.
forward?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah, me too.
Wow.
Hakeem Olajuwon, he played center or power forward?
Center.
He was center, right? Damn.
All right, then where's Wade?
Oh, third.
I agree. I
Behind
don't want to hear the
Behind
Jerry West
Jordan and
nonsense.
Kobe.
I don't want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Jordan and Kobe
that's
third.
an easy one. Yeah.
Speaking of, then you got Paul Pierce out here talking crazy.
Oh yeah, please, you take this one away.
No, tell me.
You heard
I did not hear. No, what
You
happened?
didn't hear this?
No.
Paul Pierce.
What was it on a night last week?
Last week is when he first mentioned it. That he was out of nowhere, off the cuff, came out of nowhere. That he was better than he had a better career than Dwyane Wade.
They were doing various who had the better career, so they compared like Wade with like Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson, I think like Joe Dumars or something like that. And then Paul Pierce, and I don't want to get this wrong. He was like, "Oh, that's easy."
Yep, just
Me.
like that.
Really?
He had a better career than Dwyane Wade.
He said that?
I ain't
What,
made this up.
on
Would've
TV?
lit his ass up.
On TV, he said
Yes, you
National
gotta
TV.
Jalen and Michelle Beadle were like, "What?" Okay.
that? Like, under what pretense did he like justify it or what?
He
Like,
just better than him overall.
Well, that's how you know he was lying, because they said who had the better career. He said me, and then he said if I had the players Wade got. So that's how you know you lying. It's not who was a better player. He says who had the better career. That's how you know you lying. If I had what you had,
Yeah.
I would have. Come on.
He said he was better than him. Better career.
I
That
can't.
one ring.
That one ring. What- How many Wade got? He got 1, 2, 3.
3 rings. They both got a Finals MVP. I think Wade got a couple more All-Stars over him. A couple more first teams. A couple more All-NBAs in general. More first teams.
Yeah.
Pierce never made a first team.
That's very telling.
All defensive team. I don't think Pierce made one. I mean, this is not even a discussion. You could.
Yeah. No.
No,
And you said play. This is not a discussion.
What is he talking about?
I don't know.
I gotta look that up when
did
later.
say
I'm
that.
very curious to hear like how he justified it. No, I'm serious.
But
like,
I saw a video.
this is personally offending me.
Somebody put a video up on Twitter.
What I
Was
told
it
you about
yesterday?
him and Scotty.
when he got crossed. You ever see that video when he gets crossed and literally his leg like folds backwards like a folding table. Like he literally felt like someone shot him. It was so embarrassing. And I was just like, damn. Then I got other visions in my head. Remember when he was injured
In the wheelchair.
and niggas had to carry him off? Had to carry him off the court. I thought he snapped his ankle in half. 2 minutes later, he come out running, dramatic ass. Nah, Paul, you ain't better than Wade.
Hell
Chill
no.
out.
Not to mention the shape he was in near the end of his career. Like, nah. Like Wade still. I still feel like
Wade
Dwyane Wade
can
could play.
still
He could still
play.
play.
Yeah.
I still feel like he could play. Paul Pierce, he needed to stop. Like that
he
was.
was averaging what 14 this year.
Yeah, and he had games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still had like potential to turn it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce last couple of years.
And I think honestly, it's also a
LA.
testament. Like the fact that Dwyane Wade started shooting threes near the end of his career. Like that's just like. That's adaptation. Like he was. I mean, how many threes did he shoot when he like in the mid 2000s?
Not
Like
really. He was a
nothing.
mid-range, yeah.
He was a mid range guy. Low block. Fade away. Like.
I think
But
Wade still had like 2 more productive seasons than him.
I think so. But
I feel like he's leaving way too soon.
Yeah, he was talking about he played the only games he missed this year. I think it's because the birth of his daughter. He played the most
He
games.
looked really good. Like he
Yeah.
could still play. Not like Paul Pierce, where he had no lift on his shot.
he was out of shape. He was
flat.
huffing and puffing up and down the court. It was not good. Like you watch his last couple
No,
seasons.
Look
like,
at the clip.
Maybe he wanted the farewell tour.
co-host.
yeah.
Draymond told him, "You ain't Kobe." You remember that?
hurt his feelings. You ain't Kobe. Ain't nobody give a damn who's retiring.
No,
All right.
And he's supposed to be a star. Danny Ainge traded you away to Brooklyn. He's supposed to be a Celtics legend. Got traded.
I think Isaiah Thomas got a better farewell tour in the Cavs. Honestly, like.
Facts.
Oh man.
Remember? Now I'm talking about everything Paul Pierce. Was it last year? It was last season. Now when he didn't want to have his tribute video the same night as Isaiah Thomas.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Thank God for Jalen. They made fun of him again. Him and Johnson. God bless him.
Yo, he's a clown. All right, let's get into the playoffs, man. Oh wait, you got MVP first. Playoffs preview. Nah, playoffs preview. East, West. I mean, nothing's really locked in except for the West.
We need your help with the standings.
Yeah, let me pull that up.
It sucks because
stop trying to be cute.
There are some things that are going to be determined tonight, but I still think the East is relatively predictable because there's such a disparity between like the 1 and the 8 seed, where the West is even like I think even the Thunder got the 8 seed in the West. I think they're at.
They're currently in 6.
They're currently in 6
because they won last night.
Yeah,
like even if they dropped to 8, like to see the Thunder and the Warriors in the first round, like that's
can't
still
drop to
pretty
8.
entertaining. Like they can't.
No, they can. There's scenarios.
Oh yeah. If the Thunder lose tonight, the Clippers win, and the Spurs win, then the Thunder fall to 8.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that make sense? Yeah, because the Clippers and the Spurs own the tiebreaker over the Thunder. And if the Thunder lose tonight, then they'll all have... And the Thunder lose, the Clippers win, and the Spurs win. They'll all have the same record.
Yep.
Clippers will move to 7, Spurs will move to 6, Thunder move to 8.
Yep.
So really...
Let's start out East.
Yeah.
Where the 4-5 is locked in.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all locked in.
Do you see... And the Bucks have the best record through the playoffs.
Yeah, the
Right.
Bucks
Do
have the
you
best
see
record.
the Bucks or the Celtics losing in the first round?
No.
So they will
I don't.
face each other in the second round.
Yeah. The
see
Celtics have been shaky. They have been very shaky this whole season. And the Pacers, I still cannot understand how they're that high of a seed after they lost to Oladipo, because outside of Miles Turner, I can't name a single player on that team. Yeah, I think the jig is up. I think that they'll beat them. But
Yeah, he's been holding up.
He's
afloat.
decent.
yeah, but I mean,
Kyrie.
Yeah.
Oh,
Irving.
Sabonis has been playing good also.
I think they might get maybe like a game out of them, but overall, Kyrie.
Nah, they gonna get swept.
Yeah, our future guy got him.
Yeah,
They gonna-
it just
they should get swept.
They should. I think they might get a game out
I don't
of them
want to
on
watch
home
not
court.
one game of that series.
You said when Marcus Smart is out?
Yeah, he tore an oblique.
How many
They'll be
rounds?
fine.
The first 2.
So
Yeah,
who
that'll
the
be
2?
fine.
Oh, it's Raptors and Philly are the 2-3?
Yeah.
Well, y'all see winning that.
No,
Yeah.
they're not playing each other.
I know, but do you see them losing in the first? Do you see any of the top seeds losing in the first round?
Who do the Sixers get? They get
Sixers got the Brooklyn Nets.
Currently, but then that could also.
That could
They
change.
can, yeah. If they do get the Nets can be pesky, but I don't think
they're
that
gonna get the Nets or the Magic. Either way, they're gonna win.
Wait, the Magic, mate? Damn.
Yeah.
That's how it's looking out in the
Wow.
East.
Regardless, yeah, either one of those teams, I don't
The
see.
Hornets could possibly make it.
Oh yeah, they still got one.
Get swept.
Poor Kemba, man.
Get
Poor Kemba.
swept. They
Oh
gonna
my
get swept. They play the Bucks.
God.
To live and die in Charlotte.
I think honestly the biggest story though in the East is, can the Bucks have this like the durability, and do they also have like the depth to get to the finals, or
Nah, they deep.
because
They banged up right now.
Because I mean, like, okay, fine. Let's look at like their depth chart. Obviously, Giannis, we don't have to talk about that. Chris Middleton, their second best scorer. Eric Bledsoe. I mean, can he score? Like, can he continue like putting up numbers in the playoffs? Like,
Man, he ain't.
he's not bad. I don't see him.
No, he's been really good.
He's been really
after
good,
the
but-
contract, he's still playing.
averaging like 15, 16.
But I mean, like after that, like
Brogdon throwing up 50, 40, 90. I think.
Brogdon's injured though.
Is he gonna be back for the playoffs?
They don't know yet.
He might miss the whole one.
Not
or
the
they
whole,
don't know.
They don't know
when.
exactly when he's gonna come back, but I don't think
I
he's gonna be
mean-
ready for the first round. But they don't
They
need him.
They still got the.
Brooke Lopez not
Brook
bad
Lopez
either.
been-
Brooke Lopez been
Been balling now. He's
Yeah.
no he's been his
else is
3-point
on that
percentage has
squad?
been pretty good.
Oh, Mirotic is hurt too.
Yep.
If he comes back,
What's his
I don't know.
I
live
don't
in
think
Milwaukee.
they need. I think they could get out the first round.
They'll easily get out of the first round. I'm just
Second
thinking
round
like
is when they'll need him.
Right.
Against the Celtics, yeah, they need to be. If they don't, they got young, but still,
They can bully the Celtics. I really think they could bully the Celtics. I just the way
not
the
at half
Celtics.
strength.
I just still
Playoff
feel though.
Irvin.
But like who's defending Giannis? You're the Celtics.
one.
Like
No one.
No
but
one.
after that, I don't really got to worry about nobody.
I can't see the Celtics beating him though. Honestly, like I honestly
if they're gonna,
I think if
like
anyone's
this,
gonna beat the Bucks, it's got to be the Sixers or the Raptors. I think
who do you see? If the
Raptors,
Sixers and the Raptors,
I see Raptors. The Claw, man, I love them.
They've
been really good. Pascal Siakam,
just
most
don't fully
improved
believe
player of the
in
year. I mean, Kyle Lowry, I don't know. He's there.
I don't really believe in Toronto, honestly. Like they've been like, so I believe. Let me correct myself. I believe in Toronto. Now that I've seen Kawhi Leonard play for the Raptors, I don't really believe in him the same way I used to.
They won 58 games, and he played about as many games as LeBron did.
Yeah, but even when I watch them play, he's not. He gets his numbers, but it's not like the team is just really good. Like they play great team ball.
They do, yeah.
I don't know if he went somewhere and he was like the main focal like superstar, if that would have the same effect as people think it would, like as a KD or Anthony Davis going somewhere. I just don't see it.
I still go back to what I was saying. I still think that big picture, I still think that the Bucks can't. The Bucks versus the Raptors, I would still take the Raptors because I think Kawhi essentially neutralizes. Not neutral. Look, Giannis is undefendable. I don't want to go on record saying right, but I mean, I still think that he's their best bet. I don't think like Ben Simmons is going to have any shot against.
Kawhi.
I think he's the best bet the East has. I mean,
So the Philly Big Four against the Raptors, you still got the Raptors.
I still got to go with the Raptors, and I know, I actually really the Philly team that they have right now is actually one of my favorite teams in the league to watch. I absolutely love watching that team play. Like they really are. Like Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, like JJ Redick, Jimmy Butler. But
JJ Redick is really underrated.
He really is. That man hits like.
Jimmy Butler. What was that?
I don't know what that's about.
No, I just.
What was that?
Like I mean like it's weird, like out of all the players on that team, like I'm still just trying to figure out like how he like fits into like their scheme. It's just weird.
He
like
doesn't fit.
he just has like some off nights, and it's just like it doesn't seem natural as JJ Redick is a perfect
defender though.
No, he is. That's no question. And obviously like and when you're trying to get to the finals, perimeter, of course you need it. I don't know, like there's just some nights where like I'll watch some of the highlights and like he just doesn't show up the whole night. Like
what about Embiid?
Embiid, I love Embiid. I think Embiid is one of the best centers.
It's him or Giannis is the best player in the East.
Right. I think for Embiid, I think his only thing that he probably has to work on is just his back to the basket game. I really think he's really no. I mean, like no. I'm serious. Like this is something like no. It's looking at me like
Go ahead, King. Go ahead.
no, really.
Great GM. Yeah, we got LeBron, but
Trade his ass.
I don't want him. No.
he can't shoot from outside. We gotta let him go.
Doesn't play defense.
Wave him.
Let him go for nothing. I don't even want anything.
What was I saying? Oh shit. Yeah, Joel Embiid.
Embiid's back.
No, I think he's easily the best one of the best centers in the league.
He's the best.
No, he's the best.
Yeah, there's no one better than him.
And I just like I sometimes I question though because like I don't know do you watch a lot of like X's and O's highlight stuff? Like do you guys like watch like a lot of like just
someone actually breaking down film for me? Is that what
yeah, like stuff like that?
No, I don't watch stuff.
I watch a lot of that stuff, and like if you really go, I mean, and you can go and see for yourself just to see if you agree with me. But I really think there's a lot of times where you'll watch some of his games and he's drawing like 10 fouls a game and going to the line a lot, and it's like that's great. But I mean, that ability to absolutely like dominate in the post, like I don't know, it's hard to explain. Like unless I have like the videos in front of me, but.
Well, in the East, it's like Al Horford does, I guess, quote unquote.
Yeah, I know.
If you look at the numbers.
Yeah.
But they could just, there's a chance they could go through the East without even seeing the Celtics.
Yeah, it's possible. Yep.
The only thing I don't like about Embiid's game, he just shoots too many
threes.
He takes a lot of
Settles
threes.
for
He
him
does.
sometimes.
He does that, or he'll fake it, and then he'll move into the perimeter and take the mid-range shot.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So you got who in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I in the Eastern Conference Finals,
We assuming one that all of the top seeds win the first round.
Yep.
So the second round would be Bucks Celtics, and then Raptors.
I gotta say, it's the Raptors Bucks.
Yeah?
You have the Raptors in the finals?
I do have the Raptors in the finals, yeah.
I got. Ooh.
You also assume the top seeds win, correct?
Yeah. I'm going to take. It's hard to bet against Giannis, but I don't think they're going to make it. I got the Raptors Celtics.
Yeah, and who you got winning?
Raptors.
I have the Celtics going to the finals.
Really?
I picked them. I have to stick with them.
Interesting.
Now you don't have
After
to,
the
Kev.
season, that's interesting. Why? Like, what do you, the way they've been playing all season? Like, Jason Tatum obviously like kind of not as, like hasn't been as good as he was last year.
I just think if they're clicking on all cylinders, they have enough talent. They're still the most talented.
Yeah, you can't just cut it on like that, Kev.
I know, but I don't. Every other team gives me question. The Bucks aren't healthy.
What's your questions about the Raptors?
Yep.
Because they loaded.
They all loaded.
They have depth. They do.
But then Philly is the most talented team. They have the most talented starting lineup.
Starting lineup.
But do. Also, in the playoffs, these stars are going to be playing 44 minutes. They're going to be playing the majority of the game.
Like what, 7, 8 men rotations.
I'm gonna just stick with the Celtics.
Don't stress yourself, Kev.
I'm really.
So we're gonna go. So we're gonna go in depth about the West also. But can we all agree that the Warriors are gonna come out the West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so what's the best team out of the East? Outside of the teams that we think are going to win the East, what would be the best team from the East that matches up with the Warriors?
Best team from the East that matches up with the Warriors. I still got to go with the Raptors because they're deep. There's one weakness the Warriors have. It's their bench. They have no bench. And the Raptors are a deeper team than them.
Quinn Cook.
The soul of Andre.
Yeah. I really think that the Raptors have the deeper roster, and they actually could, when the Warriors do inevitably have to put their bench out there, they could catch up to them, or maybe something could work out there.
Who's the easiest of the top four for the Warriors to dispatch?
To dispatch the Celtics. The easiest, I would say. So what it would either be we have the Celtics,
The Bucks, Raptors, Sixers, or the Celtics.
Bucks, Raptors, Sixers, or the Celtics. I dare to say the Sixers because they're young and inexperienced, and we saw what happened with Ben Simmons last season. We don't know what we can expect from Joel Embiid. Again, we don't know. I have confidence in him, but Jimmy Butler, we'll see. When was the last time he was in the playoffs? Like,
I don't know.
So
I agree. I think
that the Sixers are young. They probably.
I think every other team on here. I think the Bucks, the Raptors, and the Celtics, regardless, they're all going to lose 4-2.
Yeah. No, sorry, I forgot to mention Kawhi playing against the Warriors. Like this is a seasoned veteran.
Last time we saw him. So I think the Bucks, Raptors, and the Celtics would all lose 4-2. I think the Sixers would potentially get swept.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because I really like, and that team plays hard. They do, but there's just some times where like the way they're coached, like I just scratch my head. Like when I watch some of the games, it's like what? And they have so much depth. Tobias Harris too. I forgot to mention him. Like Boban shooting threes. I mean, like what the hell? Like
down in fantasy.
Like
I
what
was
the
so
hell?
tight. I didn't get him this year.
Right? Like
Sleep. I was hoping fourth round came around. I was like, yeah.
They
had him loaded up in the queue. God.
They have depth. They really do. But I just don't think that they would match up well with the Warriors.
Me neither. Because you gotta think. This is the thing.
That East
I think
tough,
both.
man.
I think both of those teams are starting lineup heavy.
Right.
Like the Warriors and the Sixers.
Mm-hmm. Very starting.
What starting lineup you gonna take?
The one that has
The Sixers don't really have but they have a decent bench. Mike Scott comes in, he does his thing.
And that guy Bolden, I think, like he's shooting threes.
I don't know who that is. I don't.
No,
I know Mike Scott's on their bench.
Boban's there.
Boban.
Love him. He's shooting threes now. Shit.
Yeah.
Is he gonna get run? Damn, you're right. I don't know the Sixers bench.
Boban and Mike Scott, I think.
Yeah, I'm racking my head.
But then again, we gotta compare them to Quinn Cook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
the soul of Andre Iguodala.
Livingston's still.
Oh, they got Kevon Looney.
God!
Kevon Looney.
Mastered the mid-range jumper. That post back down turnover.
Oh man,
He
we've
got
seen
shit
that on
lock.
repeat.
He'd be a beast on
Yep.
rack. Yeah, I mean I think that's it. So you got the Celtics coming out the East.
Nah, I might start
just
leaning
nah,
to
you
the
good,
Raptors.
Kev.
Might start
Lock it
leaning
up.
to the Raptors.
Lock it up.
I need to know what the Bucks injuries. I need to know what's the timeline on their injured players.
I don't live in Milwaukee, Kev. I can't.
You know, on the beat.
I think, like, honestly though, if the Bucks at full health, you think they match up well with the Warriors though? By the way, I have an outstanding bet with an unnamed friend right now. He said that if the
I already know.
yeah, exactly. Right.
If what?
And we have an outstanding bet. He said that if the Bucks and the Warriors play in the finals, that we got a 3-1 bet that he says the Bucks are gonna win. Oh. I said you lost your shit. Honestly,
I wouldn't bet against. Everything I've read is that the Bucks like numbers, like the 60-win team. If you look at numbers on other teams similar, they've all been NBA champions. But yeah. I'm not betting against the Warriors.
And I'm not gonna lie. I love the passion that Giannis is playing with this season.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
KD and the light skins come through.
I'd say it's but like
also KD's type player where he will be like, "Yo, I'm gonna guard him."
Yeah.
And I mean, he might get bullied a couple of times, but still, him taking on that
give
challenge.
It back on the other end.
Yeah, of course. So like that back and forth essentially cancels out.
Then the king of the light skin.
You can't cancel out Steph and Clay.
You can't.
And they still got Boogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like what 80%? Would you say? Like, yeah.
Who? What's his name? Mr. Green.
Draymond.
Mr.
Yeah,
Green.
it's. Sorry, yeah, it's not. I even if they do end up playing the Bucks, I still couldn't. And I think what Giannis has done this season is incredible. Like it really is. Like the strength this guy has. Like he came out like. But I still can't see him matching up with the Warriors. I mean, we can't see anyone, honestly. It's
Who are
just
the Warriors facing in the Western Conference Finals?
Here we go.
That's a great question.
Load it up.
If they can, I would love to see them play the Rockets. That would be my ideal. Like that is I don't want to see them play the Nuggets. I'm sorry. Like,
I don't think the Nuggets
That's not
gonna
gonna
make
happen.
it.
I really like. No one wants to see that. You know.
Lower teams are praying to Jehovah that they see the Nuggets.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see them Nuggets making it. Or maybe seeding wise, they could dodge them.
Whatever the case is, if definitely Rockets, Warriors. I am dying to see James Harden after that last postseason come back and prove everyone wrong. Really, especially after the season he's had.
Actually, seeding wise, there is the way it's looking. The Nuggets could just dodge at least one of them. Like it could just be Houston, Golden State in the second round.
Hey,
if that happens,
as long as they meet, I want to see those two teams play. Because I feel like James Harden just gets this, like, that game, that's this season, in my opinion, the best game in the regular season where he hit that three and he got fouled on it, too.
See the way the playoffs is shaking.
That was just, like, the fire in that guy's eyes. And this is coming from someone, and I don't even, like, really care much for James Harden's style of play. I think, like, what he does, like, I get it. You know, he rolls up the court, iso ball, drive, kick out. You know, it's the Mike D'Antoni offense, like. Can it beat the Warriors? No, but
if the seeds stay the way they are right now, Houston and OKC, Houston and Golden State can meet them.
Oh, we forgot about OKC. Paul George still some unfinished business. Some unfinished business after losing to the Jazz last year, right?
Forget about him.
I would love to see.
I don't have breath to wait.
Remember after they lost that series last season?
Paul George can't lift his right shoulder.
Yep.
It's over.
I would love to see. He had a game winner yesterday.
I saw.
I would love to see OKC Golden State
Reggie said
in the Western Conference Finals.
Definitely.
Go OKC Golden State. I think that would be like the most appealing. Like,
nah, Houston.
They gonna lose. I don't care.
OKC gonna lose.
Yeah,
Paul George is
OKC.
clearly injured. I want the better team.
The storylines.
I want the better team to face them.
Yeah.
I don't think the Rockets are a better team than
They're
OKC.
Easily Harden's playing.
It's just only. It's only. Stop it. That's Mr. Paul now.
Mr. Paul.
That's Cliff Paul.
Westbrook numbers. We talked about this.
He's been playing better.
Blood to your eyes.
He's been playing better recently.
What's his shooting splits at now?
I don't know, but he's been playing better.
And Paul
recently.
George has clearly been injured for like the last what?
He gonna put some KT tape on. He'd be fine.
They gonna have to shoot him up because even yesterday Reggie was like they've been working on that arm. He could barely lift it.
Huh?
Hey, man. Nah, man.
You think Houston is a better overall team?
Yes, they got the dude averaging almost 37.
You got him. But first of all, in the playoffs, he doesn't get the same calls he gets during the regular season. He's not going to be on the free throw line the same way. He doesn't even play the same way he plays in the regular season and in the playoffs. So you're not going to get that James Harden. And Chris Paul can't stay healthy to save his life.
OKC can't match that offense.
Outside of Westbrook and Paul George, like who's gonna score? Who's putting up the numbers for the Thunder?
And who's a better tank?
Steven Adams.
Steven Adams give you about 14.
Oh, come on.
They got Schroeder this year also putting up 15 off the bench.
No, I like Schroeder. I like Schroeder a lot, but I think outside of that, like depth wise, like what are we looking at? Like
who else on that squad? Jeremy Grant. They picked up Markieff Morris. That was a good pickup.
Yeah, it is. We being recorded, Jerome.
No.
You hear this?
But realistically though,
Jeremy Grant.
Markieff Morris.
I can't.
That's
You're right. Yes.
Who's that a comparison to on the Rockets? Their bench. What? Austin Rivers, Gerald Green. Like these aren't like no standout.
James
players.
Harden, Chris Paul, Clint Capella, Eric Gordon,
who's their power forward?
PJ Tucker.
PJ Tucker. Yeah, he's like a corner specialist, man. He's built for James Harden. Drive
Chris
and kick.
Paul's numbers have plummeted this year. Also, people have been letting him slide.
They have, but I believe in him.
That was probably one of the worst contracts ever. Clint Capella does only one thing. Also, James Harden, literally, I promise you, he is not going to be as productive in the playoffs as he. First of all, history
Well, if
has
you tell me
shown-
he's not going to average 37, then yes. But like, how much is it going to dip?
It's not about you ordering 37. It's not about you putting up 37. It's about how you get that 37. And most of his points, he leads the league in free throw shots. We see already from history showing us referees do not give him those calls, that flailing shit that he does. He don't get those same calls in the playoffs. He don't.
I think honestly, like after who do the Rockets play in the first series, or it's not locked in yet?
Right now it's OKC, but that might not.
Things are fluid.
I hope it's not OKC. I kind of want both of those teams to make it to the next round. You know, I don't know. I think for James Harden, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the first round. But yeah,
that shit bleak. Oh.
That was gonna be those are some boring. That's some boring games to watch. Some team ball if I've ever seen it. Who's the best player on the Denver? What, Jokic? I guess. Like
Yeah,
easily.
Him and then
Better question: who the second best player?
Jamal Murray.
Okay.
Jamal Murray.
I'm just trying to think of a time where I voluntarily wanted to watch like a Denver game. Like I can't.
Watching that.
I'm praying when I wake up tomorrow and I look at that schedule, things work out for Saturday.
I'm trying to think what games I'm really gonna want to this is the way
I want to see
the way it is right now.
Because the West is gonna be at night too.
Golden State, the Clippers.
Yeah,
That's whack.
Oh,
Portland,
yeah.
Utah.
How does Portland keep doing this? It's crazy.
That'd be interesting. They're the best defensive team.
Lillard tripping. He already given that fucking.
He good with 0 rings.
Ugh.
Hate to see it.
Why are you doing
Hate
this?
to see it.
What is that called? What kind of speech is that called?
Concession.
Concession speech.
Yep.
Yes, I'm good with 0 rings. Wow.
In your prime. He looking for a supermax, huh?
think he a
If
rapper.
I'm management, what?
Houston OKC would be good. Denver San Antonio won't be watching a single game of that one.
Nope.
In the East, you got Milwaukee, Detroit. So that's gonna be Milwaukee, Detroit / Charlotte.
I'm not watching it either way, but yeah.
I watch that.
I watch that.
Just for Giannis, maybe I'll watch a couple games. But
Nah, if it's Detroit, that'd be interesting. Him
and
versus
Giannis
Blake.
got to do more because he, it's an
Him
engine.
versus Blake, Andre Drummond. I mean, they're gonna lose, but it's still at least like some kind of star power to watch a game. It ain't like you watching the Spurs, beloved. LaMarcus Aldridge and DeMar DeRozan, mid-range kings. Boston and Indiana, I'm not watching that series. Philly, Brooklyn, that would be a good series.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting. I really like Brooklyn. I really do. The way that they're
they're
coached.
deep.
If that shakes out
they're deep,
like that, I'm going to go on record. Brooklyn going to take 2 games.
I could see
they're
it.
gonna win
I
more
could
than
see
they
it.
should.
They're going to take 2 games. D'Angelo
really-
Russell going to do with his ice in his veins shit.
They're a real gritty team. Like they can get a game or 2 out of
And
them.
this, it's a lot of odd swords.
I mean, anything
Toronto,
with
Orlando,
I gotta ignore. Just all principle.
Oh man,
All principle.
that's scary.
If the
Yeah.
Hornets make it in, count me out. Whoever they facing,
they'll be facing the Bucks.
count me. Oh.
The Magic. I still can't get over that.
It also depends what's on Saturday.
It's gonna be a lot of competition for NBA TV.
Oh
I
man.
don't,
Jumping at the bit.
ESPN gonna be like, nah, we don't want that. Or that. Gonna be a lot of NBA TV shows.
Take that to your own house.
But that Golden State Clippers, that's whack, man. Damn.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Nah, fam. Ain't no defender.
I feel like OKC has to win
They need
tonight
to drop.
because if they drop, if they lose, they're gonna risk losing, and the Spurs and Clippers win. and they're gonna fall to 8 and be forced to play Golden State in the first round. They don't want to do that to themselves.
They don't, but Kevin just want to be entertained, so I'll take it. It's not my plight. They got 2 All-Stars.
What if OKC beats Golden State in the first round?
Then God is more than good.
OKC. You know what? Fuck that. I'm riding.
Uh-oh.
They ain't gonna win. They ain't gonna beat them.
All right.
But listen. If the tree is exactly the way it is right now, OKC is gonna meet Golden State in the Western Conference Finals.
Wow.
They're gonna beat Houston, and Denver and San Antonio. Get out of here.
Wait, so who's the 4-5?
4-5 is Portland, Utah. They're not gonna beat.
So they
Golden
face
State.
Golden State. Oh, so then the Nuggets, Houston would face each other.
Stop disrespecting what I'm saying. OKC and the Nuggets.
Oh, okay.
So right now, Houston's playing OKC. Mm-hmm. Denver's playing San Antonio. I think Denver's going to win. I think OKC is going to win. I think OKC is going to beat Denver and face Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. And it's going to go to 7 games. And just by the skin of their teeth, Golden State.
Just don't give Westbrook the shot in the last minute. That's all I'm going to say.
Golden State's going to make it by. I'm telling you, yes, Golden State's a better team. I think Russell Westbrook is going to figure it out.
And should not take the
He know how
shot.
to shoot?
He should not take the shot in the last minute. That terrible banking leaner that he always takes. He'll take it.
I think he's going to go against everything people have been saying about him.
Then shoot more.
Pass the ball to Joe. Pass the ball to Paul.
That, like when he wants to take control of the game, like he gets so lost in it, he just like does like this reckless stuff and like loses the game.
Oh,
for his team.
Yeah, we've seen that.
Version of Russell
Focus
Westbrook,
Russ.
we haven't even
he said,
seen.
"Nah, KD, you ain't gonna leave me like that. You ain't gonna have me out here looking bad. Have Steph and them light skinned people always laughing in his face. No,
They do.
they just be laughing at him.
What, is this like a 10-1 thing? Like the OKC's gonna beat the Warriors? Or you're just saying
Oh,
straight
they're not
up.
beating them, but
Okay.
I like to have high hopes. It'd be nice if they did. I'd be happy as hell.
I would too.
I mean,
But then the NBA ratings would just go way
That
down.
ain't my concern.
You still gonna watch?
They going down regardless.
Who, Golden State?
No, the NBA ratings.
I
The
know,
face of
no
the league
LeBron.
ain't in
Yeah,
it.
no LeBron.
Actually, I don't think so.
All right.
That's true.
Nah.
LeBron has 49 million IG followers, and the second closest is Steph Curry with 24. And he light skinned.
King of the light skins?
If he can't do it,
No
LeBron
one-
double up.
He light skins.
God, he double up on them. But yeah, right now, that's what it's shaking out to be. I mean, this can obviously change, though. Well, 1 through 5 is set for both of them. It's the 6 through 8s that can change.
Nah, 2 and 3 are fluid too.
For who?
The West. I believe in the West.
Oh, yeah, Denver and Houston.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
on the note. Look at the notes I sent you. They say what seeds are.
You know I don't read. It's on the notes. I gave it to you.
I mean, so like, long story short, we're agreeing the Warriors in the West, and then
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing on this note, Kevin.
They don't say nothing about seeds?
1 through 5 seeds are set.
Oh. My bad.
And then you put set in all caps.
Let
This
me
nigga
see.
set me up for failure.
Oh.
It's on the notes trying to call me out.
My bad.
Yeah. But, so, yeah. That's really it.
Who MVP?
For the
Get out of
NBA?
here. Yeah.
Giannis.
Yeah, I got Giannis.
I think Harden. I want Giannis to win, but I think Harden's gonna get the votes.
Yeah. It's hard to win back-to-back. It's the same thing. I think...
I mean, especially like I really wish Giannis would win, but like, and not to mention like the way Harden's been playing is, you know, it's been amazing. But I mean, how many times did we see him take that step back 3 and like draw some bullshit foul?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, to me, it was just like, I don't know, like.
There's also more storylines surrounding Giannis.
Right.
You have an international player win the MVP. You don't. It's hard for like a player to repeat. It's not like that year Derrick Rose won. It's like history to be made. Like, oh, you got the youngest MVP ever. Even though everyone knows LeBron should have won that MVP, they stole it from him. But that's another story for another day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you you have an international player win MVP. His team has the best record in the league. All of that stuff, and his stats are through the roof. Mm-hmm. And it's not like he's a stat pattern either. Like he actually, you watch him play, he actually.
Oh no, his dominance, like
dominating.
he's dunking
And
on
he
people.
can't
Like
shoot.
he's
which is crazy.
What's his 3-point percentage? Like 20%, some shit like that.
It's been going up.
I've seen him hit a couple more lately,
He been
but
in the gym.
yeah, he was tired of everyone playing that sag on him, and then he was like, all right, and he started pulling up.
Figure that out.
No, Ben Simmons.
He ain't lift the basketball up. In
Oh
the
my
summer.
god, it's funny. You see him like hit a couple mid-range shots in games. It just looks so awkward. Like the way he rises, it's
Some
like
say he's shooting with the wrong hand. I don't know.
I didn't even know he was taking jumpers.
it took him 2 years. Oh wait, the right hand or the left?
Oh.
He got that Magic Johnson game.
He does.
That shit ain't gonna last in this NBA though. You gotta shoot.
He can't come back another summer without a jumper.
Nah.
I agree. I think
Just lowers the ceiling of the team.
Too much.
That's why Embiid takes so much threes.
You gotta make up for both of them.
Yeah, he should be the one spacing, but he not.
Facts.
it's
He
true.
have like an inverse role. Hey, what do I?
Kev, you do watch film. Little inverse role. All right, cool, Kev.
Any more hateful words for Braun before we get out of here?
Hateful words for Brown? No,
All good.
Anything else?
I'm all good. I got it all out.
Anything else we want to talk about?
What else you got on the list?
That was it.
That was it. Shit. No, I just wanted to say, like, I mean, like, now that we're done with the playoffs, like I've just been like focusing so much on meditating lately. Like, this shit is like, it really like it changes like your outlook on life. It's crazy. Like, do any of you guys meditate? Like, nope.
I don't as much as I should. I do, but not as much as I should.
And like, it's crazy. Like, I've really like noticed like a very distinct difference in like clarity of like and purpose in life. It's really fucking awesome. Like I've been doing this like thing. It's like almost like it's like I call it like a presence. Like it's like getting present to the moment, sort of like, because a lot of the times when you wake up in the morning, like your mind gets inundated with all this shit. Like, I got to do this today. I got to do that today. And like no one really like wants to like just kind of accept what's in front of you right now. Like they just want to like live in like something in the future, or they're ruminating about something that happened to them like recently. And it's like everyone just seems to kind of lose in all of this like madness. Like, you know, like I'm sitting in a chair right now. I have a microphone in front of me. I'm with my friends and we're talking on this podcast. Like everyone like kind of gets stuck in their head, you know? And I've like noticed this like when I talk to people, or just a lot of people really just, they're so stuck in their head. And they drag like this very low vibration, like negative energy around them, and it like and permeates to the people. Especially like if you're in a workplace and you work around negative people, like, you know, it just sort of like permeates and stuff. And I guess what I'm trying to say is just like, I think like everyone could really do with like just really getting more attuned to being very present into what is going on right now, and not so anxious about the future and depressed about the past, you know? I guess that.
Interesting. Yeah, that makes sense. Meditation takes practice, though. I've tried a couple of times. I'm not good at like clearing my thoughts.
Right, and so actually, it's funny you say that, because I was just about to. That was the next thing I was going to say. The first thing you notice when you like lay down and you try to meditate is you cannot stop your brain from thinking. Like it's literally just always running and running and running, and you'll try and sit there and be like, okay, let me focus on my breathing, let me focus on like the sensations in my hands or my fingers or whatever. Your mind it is running at like 100 miles per hour. Like it'll just, and it's almost like, you know, the way that I've like kind of taught myself is you almost have to like pretend like the thoughts that are coming in your head are like just clouds that are kind of like you just got to watch them. Just like, oh, look at that, like there's a thought. Like, so it's like you're almost like this watcher of your thoughts, and you're not so much like you are not your thoughts. You're watching your thoughts. You know, if that makes sense. Like the next time, like for example, like, you know, I don't want to like go way too into it, but like the next time like you have like a negative thought, like think to yourself like, you know, am I identifying with this negative thought? Like, you know, like for example, like, you know, I don't have this position, you know, I don't have this, you know, like this girl or whatever, like, you know, any bullshit that you can ever think of in your life that like makes you feel like bummed out. Like you're making yourself the thought, like you're identifying with it. You're saying, I do not have this position. This makes me upset. Therefore I am sad. Like you have made a conscious thought to like make yourself that thought. Like, whereas if you're just like, you know, hey, I had this thought the other day, you know, I really wish I had this position because I feel like this position would make me happy. And you're just kind of like, oh, that's a thought. Like, you know, it occurred to me, but you know what? I'm just kind of going to let it fly by in my head and just focus on what I have in front of me right now and not so much with like my ego is just like, I need this, I need that, I want this, I want this, I want this car, I want this money, I want this position, I want this girl, or whatever it may be. These are all like things that we get so attached to, and we're all just working towards these things. And how many times in life, and we've all seen this, how many times in life do people get these things and what happens? Are they really happy?
No, they just want more.
They just want more because the ego's insatiable. It really is. Like, and so going back to what I was saying originally is, you have to stop identifying with this ego, and you have to identify more with like, who are you? What is you? You are not a Ferrari. You're not $1 million in your bank account. Like, there's so many stories, and we've seen this happen so many times with celebrities, and they just lose their shit. Like, they overdose on drugs, they die. We've seen it happen so many times because there's just no identification with who you are. Like, it's just your ego is just saying, I need this, I need that, I need this, I need that. And you're chasing all these things over, and you never really realize until you can accept like what's in front of you right now, you're going down like this incessant hole of just like of wanting and desiring things that are outside of who you really are as a person. So anyway,
That was deep.
That's deep.
It's a good way to end.
yeah.
So anyway, man, let the people know where they can find you.
I'm on Instagram. What's XS3B7X.
Don't look at me.
Why you asking me?
No, because I was thinking. Honestly,
know his IG on top of my head.
I was thinking because like I honestly like I don't even remember why I named myself that, and I was like, what was it again? But yeah,
I
that's
say
what
it
it
with
is.
confidence.
No, because I'm not confident in that name, and I should
is
really
it?
change. It's XS3B7X. Some bullshit I made when I was a kid, but
Gotcha. I can't repeat that, but y'all heard him. Check him out.
Word.
Good friend Sebastian, thank you for coming
Thank
on
you,
the
man.
podcast.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Man,
Of course.
as always, guys, make sure you rate, share, subscribe. Check us out. YouTube, got the IGTV clips, all that good stuff. Submit suggestions, questions, all of that. Any guests you guys think we should have on, coolingoutpod@gmail.com. Yeah, man. Until next time, it's cooling out.
Stay cool.
peace.
You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. You cool, I'm cool. We coolin' out.